Hey everyone, Dyanne here from decoeasy. Welcome to our channel. It's a channel of me and my mother-in-law Jenny. Thank you for stopping by and we hope that you enjoyed today's video. Well, let's go. I will first show you what you need. Crafting mats, I have 2 because I think I need more than 1. Also, a saw, I use this figure saw. You will need wood glue, beeswax or another stain or paint, whatever you want to have, and also we need Jenga blocks. Now Jenny and I always buy these from the Action. They come in these packages and I have no idea how many you need, but we'll see how it turns out. Oh yeah, and of course you also need brushes to apply your stain, your wax or your paint, whatever you want. First things first, let's lay out the blocks in the shape that we want to have them. Okay, that's why I want to have 2 crafting mats. Let's grab our blocks. A few more in here. Okay, now let's move them a little bit aside. Because we're going to craft with them. I want to make trees and then in the shape of with boxes in front, so you can put some greenery in there. Now first I would like to make the trees, and I have no idea how many blocks I will need for that, so I'm just going to build and think like, oh well, that's the amount of tree that we need. I'll try to use the guidelines here on my crafting mat to leave, well, let's say 2 of these blocks in between. And if we start off with 3 blocks on the bottom, how large or high do we need to build to give it a nice shape? You know what I mean? Just use 3 on every level. But of course we don't need 3 on every level. But it's just to estimate how much we will need. Well, this is 6. I think 6 looks fine to me. We start here and then move up over here. I think that will be great. If you're going to do it like this, then I think you will need this amount of blocks. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 blocks for 1 tree. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And first we'll glue these joints here, and then we're going to saw because I want to draw my shape of the tree. And I will show you how I always glue. Just put my blocks up in the air on the parts that need to be glued, just like so. Then you grab your glue, open it up, and then it's just like icing the cake. Just place small dots of glue on those sticking ends, or those ends sticking up in the air. Just like that. And you leave the glue to dry for a couple of minutes, so don't directly put them together. That is my advice. That's how it works best for me, but I think that depends on your glue and on what type of craft you're making. You can also, if you want to, rub these ends together so the glue spreads evenly upon the wood, but that is just optional. I think it helps, but I'm not sure for my conscience it helps to, you know, avoid drippers, big dots of glue appearing when you press 2 parts together, appearing on the joint. Okay, I'm going to do the rest, leave it for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to put everything together. Okay, I think we're there. Let's line it up. I'll start on the bottom and then I'll work my way up to the top. And then you need to let this glue dry. Oops, I think it depends on the temperature of your room, the humidity, and how many, or yeah, how big the surface is that you need to glue. But I think I'll let this dry for about half an hour before I continue doing the rest. Okay, just like so. It does stick, but not, of course, as good as we want to have it. I think I'm going to make another one. So I'm moving this over to the side, and I use this part of the crafting mat to make another tree, and then I leave that to dry. Both parts are drying now. This is for the big one. This is for the small one. Yeah, I think I'll leave it this way. Let it dry. Now we're going to make boxes that we're gonna put in front of those trees because they also need quite a long of drying time. So I'm going to carefully lay these aside and then use the other crafting mat to start with the boxes. Okay, as said, I have a small tree which is 2 blocks wide and a bigger tree that will be 3 blocks wide. How high do we need to go up in the air? I think just 2 blocks high. Yeah, I think so. And then maybe, yeah, I think we're going to do it like that. Or you can make a fence like so. Or maybe here is a better way of letting these things join. But we'll figure it out. I think I want to have it too high. You can always add some extra blocks. Okay, now let's build or set up how we want to build it. And I think I'm going to do it like this. So just 2 behind here. Yeah, this thing is standing upon something. So it wobbles a little bit. Or this thing isn't straight, also possible. Well, okay. That will be it, I think. What are we gonna do then to make those? Oh, almost forgot. Every block pack that Jen and I buy has one of these blocks with letters upon it. Do not let these things show up visibly in your DIYs. I'm going to place it here because, yeah, then here will be the background. Why is that? If you want to paint over it, you still see those letters through, even if you're using black paint. So yeah, well, that's not looking so fine, I think. Now, I'm a little bit curious if I want to have it higher. Will it be too massive? Yeah, I think it will be. Okay, enough talking. I'm going to move these aside. These 2. I'm going to build 4 packs of these and 4 packs of 3 blocks, just like so. And the gluing will do the same, just as we did with the tree. Just put them on their side, and then I'm starting to glue the top sections. Let that dry. Might rub if you want to. Then put them together. Here go the last pieces, just like that. And there. Now, if you have any glue that's still peeking through, I suggest using a finger to get rid of that. Like so. So the joints will be smoothed out. Now, we're going to let this dry. Don't forget to close the cap on your glue. And then we'll give them an hour, I think. Well, okay. These are together now. Now it's time to put these 2 together and the side parts as well. Just grab your glue, get everything into the right position. And we start gluing away. So just using a little bit more glue here than that we did on the loose blocks that will form the tree, because I think, and I say I think, that there is more tension here on these parts. Here. And the last 2. There we go. Well, and I think that you know the drill. let this dry for a couple of minutes, then put it together and also let it dry. This is it. I just use my finger to smoothen out any excess glue that might pop up. I think I'll leave it just like that for now until it's dry. Hey, I'm back. What I did is glue the two boxes together. These loose parts and these combined. Just made a small one and a big one. They're dry. And now it's time to make the tree. So the small box will be in front of the small tree and the big box will be here. And therefore I have to draw a tree. So you need a ruler, and I have a marker. I have a red one, so I really know where to saw. And I'm going to turn these over. This is the bad side, the glue side, the ugliest side. And I do that because you want to draw on the ugliest side, because that will be the back part of the DIY. So you're not going to see that in the, past I made a mistake. Oh, I'm going to draw lines on the good side. And then I realized, oh, and I have to use the bad side because you can still see any lines that you might have drawn. Okay, I'm going to arrange everything. I'll leave 2 blocks here in between. And then we can start drawing a line. Like this. And you also have to determine where is the center of the block. Which is, let's say, am I doing it wrong? No. Which is about, about here. This line here is the center. Okay, now we can put this here, and I know I have to put my ruler here and then go to the outer corner here, and also, you see, now you have a tree. Oops. You have to lay it down in the right position. Hopefully you can see it. Here you have a tree, which you can saw out. I'm not going to do the same, but then with the small blocks. So first determine where the center is, which is here. Like so. And then we're going to put everything in line again, leaving 2 blocks behind or in between. Just like this. As you can see, the small tree is now ready to be sawed out. I'm going to saw using my power saw, but you can also use, I'm going to use a figure saw, but you can also use a power saw, whatever you like. And that's why I love to have big, flashy color lines. You can precisely see where you need to cut. I'll be back when these are sawn out, and I think they have to be sanded, but we just see you can use sanding paper or a file to smoothen out these edges. Okay, here are all the saw parts of the trees. This is one, and here we have the other one. Now let me lay them down like that, and I have paint here and a brush, so I'm going to paint the trees white, then let them dry. I don't think it will take too long because this paint dries pretty quickly, and then we can move over to the next step. On the trees is dry, as you can see. They are now white, and what I want to do next is attach these things together. Now normally I would lay them down like that, but this block is way too small for that, so I'm going to turn them over, and then this is what you get. I'm going to do it like that, And I still need to grab some scrap wood for the other parts, because I think because of the sawing I still have some smaller blocks left. So time to attach the glue. Important that you're not gluing this with only this, otherwise you will see the glue peeping through on parts where you don't have it covered up. So there we go, the last one is all right, yeah. Okay, I'm just doing everything. Now you just, oops, put this a little bit more down. And place it in the center. And that is quite a hard thing to do, especially on the top block, because it's such a small thing here. Okay, I think this is it. I'm going to do the rest as well and find some smaller parts because this thing is too long for the bottom section. The glue is dry. I'm carefully going to turn these over. Oh, this is how they look. I'm going to paint everything white. Also this one, really like how cute and tiny this thing is. First I'm going to paint these in betweens, then I'm going to turn them over and paint the rest also white, because you can also see the sides from here. Trees, I lay them apart because they're going to dry. We also need to paint these two baskets, of course. Yeah, this is the right side. Here you'll see that printed thing. That's not what we want to see. So this will be the front. And you're not can view inside of that piece of wood. These blocks are drying, and I also measured how many blocks I would need to make the bottom part of this thing. These I need for the big one, and these I need for the small one. So we're going to do the same thing again with the gluing. Just put them all on their side. Except for the first or the last one, whatever you prefer. And then we grab our glue again for the wood. And put them on all the side parts again. I bet you know the drill by now. Couple of minutes, let it set in, and then you can put them together and let that dry. Also going to give these a paint job. Also the side parts, because you might see them. I'm not sure, but you might. And then we are going to glue them inside of the already painted boxes. And then we're almost ready to assemble the whole thing together. It's assembling time. And let me turn this one over, because what you're now looking at is the front side. And we're going to put the tree here in the back. And therefore, we're going to grab our wood glue again. I'm going to pour a lot of glue because it needs quite a good joint. I'm going to pour a lot of glue here on this side and on this side as well. I'm carefully going to rub in the tree to make sure that the glue goes everywhere alongside this part of the DIY. So back and forth. And there's now also a lot of glue here on this side. Yeah, you can't see because this is white. But believe me, there is a lot of glue. Okay, do the same thing here. Just rub a little bit, make sure that every corner gets enough glue. I think I'm going to leave it in here. Now outline and press your tree into the right position. Hopefully it will stand. You can see it a little bit better. Hopefully it will stand like this. Carefully going to let go. I think it does. But for some extra protection, I grab another box of wooden blocks and put it here. Oh, I have to move a little bit more forward. I'm going to put it on the back side so it won't tumble over. It still stays in place. I'm going to do the same for this one, but this one is less heavy. Okay. I think this one is okay, but for security I'll leave it up here. And now we're going to leave it to dry. I think an hour will be enough. It didn't stick in there. Okay, well, no problem then. Maybe our wood glue can help. A little bit more forward. Perfect. Now they have some extra security here at the back. And as I would say, just leave it about an hour to dry. And hopefully then it will be okay. And here they are. 2 cute boxes, tree boxes, Christmas tree boxes. I've filled them up with some greenery, pine cones, and some Christmas ornaments as well. And if you leave those Christmas ornaments out, I think they're perfect for winter season too. You can store everything in them. And we hope that you like it. Let us know what you think about this DIY by writing it down in the comment section. Well, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. We hope you had fun. And we hope to see you back again next time. Bye everyone!